right, everybody, welcome to the big podcast here. I'm Paul Bastante, and we are in the Saucer Touch Studios once again. I can't tell you how much I miss this place. It's, the beginning of 2026. It's time for season 2 of the podcast. And before we even begin, I have to say that nothing, and I mean nothing, happens here unless, Tony T is doing it. And Tony T's taking care of it. Tony T, how are you?
I'm very good, Paul. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while, man.
That's right, man. I noticed that you're looking very thin. You've been dieting, working out,
taking care of myself.
Yeah, and we didn't. The thing that a lot of people don't understand is when they see us together, they think we haven't been together since the last time we had our podcast. But we do so many things together
all the time.
All the time. We do the yoga together. We do the we go to the spa and do the sound healing we did the other last week. That was great.
Yeah.
And you're looking fantastic.
Yeah. I appreciate that, Paul. I feel good, man. A little deep tissue massage. Look what it does for you.
Absolutely. And of course, it's always a happy ending. And of course, I mean that in the cleanest possible way. The massage. We are actually, after all, we're here in northern New Jersey. So, that's kind of what this thing is. But the question is about, what have we been doing? What have you been doing for the past couple months while we've been taking our hiatus?
Wow. So, a lot of music, a lot of work, a little creating on the side, but not much in respect to podcasting. We kind of took a little break from that in the audio world, right?
You can't listen. Podcasting all day makes Tony T a dull boy.
That is true.
That's
man.
a saying.
Yeah.
People are saying that in the streets. I heard it today and overheard it in the record store.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I started a new job.
Okay.
And I'm in the I'm helping to advocate for the senior population, people who desire to age in place, meaning that they obviously have their challenges and whatnot, but they are they are in a sense can't be in their house unless they have help. In what form does that help come in? It comes in the help of stair lifts and wheelchair ramps and elevators and stuff like that. Yeah, and I work for a company called 101 Mobility North Jersey. I'm the business development manager.
Wow, Paul.
Which is a pretty good title.
Did you sell Lydia Soprano her system that you had going up?
You know what? That system, I could have definitely sold that. That could have been me. Unfortunately, that wasn't one of my cameo appearances in a previous life. But
gotcha.
yeah, that's the stuff we do.
Right. I love that. I want one, man.
You know what I'm saying? At least if you don't even need it, maybe your laundry room's upstairs.
Maybe you give me a quote before you go.
I'll give you a quote before I go. You know how I tell people all the time, it's like the stair lift is like, the 1990s exercise equipment.
Yeah.
Like the treadmill you put in your house.
Oh, sure.
Eventually, it just gets covered with laundry and whatever shirt that you took off from work or whatever. Right. Well, now with the stair lift, not only can you get yourself and your own ass up and down the stairs, but you can send things up and down.
Yeah, it's a great feature, and I get it though. Realistically, people do need them, and most people don't have a single floor dwelling, right?
Absolutely. So it's funny you mention that because when you talk about that, most people have stairs in their home.
Right.
And, that's really the most dangerous parts of your home are really considered, the slam dunk most dangerous places are the stairs. Anywhere in the house, it could be the front stairs. I mean, they're even more dangerous. If you come to my place in Vernon, the condo that I live in, it has quite possibly the most dangerous set of stairs that they are on the screen right there.
Yeah.
People have died on these stairs. And if you are an older person, you got no chance, right? Because, folks, we lose our balance, our dexterity, our cognitive, ability as we get older. And I was down in Florida, listened to a podcast, and there was a woman on there, and she was talking about the concept of super agers. Do you know what a super ager is, Tony T?
Somebody that gets old real quick.
So that would be the intuitive good guess, but I'm going to go ahead and strike that down. No, that is not what a super ager is. I would give you another guess, but I'd get another stupid answer.
Probably.
So, but you know what I mean? So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, a super ager is no different physically, okay, speaking, than most other people who are in the process of aging in their lives. A super ager, the difference between them is their cognitive abilities, their ability to think and to, remember things. And it's like, you've ever heard the saying, "Oh, my dad's 85 years old and he's sharp as a tack." That's a super ager.
Gotcha.
Somebody who is in their 70s or 80s in their, and basically the term keeps popping up in media and conversations. So what it means to be a super ager, that you test cognitively decades younger. Okay.
Yep.
Your memory, attention, executive function, they stand out. I think that I don't know, Tony T, like if you and I actually have a chance to achieve super ageism or super agedom because of the way our lifestyles are. And like,
well, we're going to find out in a couple of years. I can tell you that.
Because, they say like meats and stuff like that are like, toxic and carcinogenic, right? Stuff like that, right? You guys, did you hear the bubbles? So the podcast is 420 friendly. There's no doubt about that. We understand that whatever you need to do to get through the day, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and endorse that. So anyway, that's the first thing is super agers. The second thing is something that I've come across in the social media world because like I was telling you before, I moved to Vernon, New Jersey, and the people in Vernon, New Jersey, they have a certain flair for savagery, I would say, in a way.
Yeah, they're like, explain to me. What is that mean?
So they're like attack first and ask questions later. They're like it's a typical. I think you see this in a lot of places, right? You see a nice place. It's underdeveloped maybe, and it's very sparsely populated, and there's older people and farms and whatnot, right? And a Wawa wants to come there, or a Walmart wants to come there, right? And what do they say? They say, not in my town.
Yeah, we all went through it.
Not my backyard, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, okay, then the next day, okay, they will complain to anybody, the barber, the hair cutter, the salon, the bar. They'll complain that their taxes are too high, and they wonder why their taxes are too high because they don't have any ratables, and they don't have any ratables because every time some corporation goes to come there, they all get together and they protest, and they put the kibosh on it, right? So I found that in Vernon, it's no different than it is in any other place.
Sure, maybe even a little worse.
Maybe even a little worse.
There's a lot more open. But the more open space, the more complainers, right?
So listen, there's a thing going on there, and there's a developer, okay, and the developer put up like, I don't know, a dozen units or something of 50, maybe 30 units of 55 and older people, a 55 and older development, right? Then they got what's called a pilot deal on that. PILOT. It stands for Payment in Lieu of Taxes. And payment in lieu of taxes is a one-time per year fee that the developer will pay to the town directly. Mm-hmm. And in the arrangement, the Board of Education gets nothing, and the county gets nothing. And in most municipal tax budgets, the county will get 5% of that budget, and the schools will hover somewhere in the 50 to 53% range of your municipal budget will be made up of the school taxes. And each particular student that goes to a school costs a certain number to educate in terms of dollars. Say it's $20,000. So when you have a pilot program, the builder's paying the town directly, but the school is not getting any tax money from the students who may inhabit that piece of development in the future.
Well, that sounds a little shady to me.
Well, you know what? That's what the people of Vernon said too. And it's not like they're wrong.
We call that a loophole in the Italian culture.
Well, so
right?
Yeah, it's a loophole, and it's like a nudge with the elbow and like a wink with the left eye.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, hey, everybody's getting fat on it. But no, that's not necessarily the case. It's just a disbursement of the responsibility of the tax base and who's paying for what. And so,
or a kickback.
well, listen, it's funny. You know what we're going to do right now? We're going to go ahead and play a clip from the last Vernon Township council meeting where the council was, accused by somebody in public of taking bribes. Take a listen to this, Tony, today.
He's here and everything you say is heard by him. So I'm wondering, could I ask each of you to say that you are not accepting a bribe for any of this?
All right, so you saw that, right? the lady gets up and says, like you just heard, are you guys taking a bribe? I mean, these people are, and that's what brings me to the point here. And we're going a long way around here, okay? But here's the point. Here is what this phenomenon to me is called, okay? It's called collective toxicity, okay? So you heard that word coined here the first time, collective toxicity. Now, collective toxicity means something in both a medical terms and then also in psychological terms.
Do I need to bring Vibe in? We have to ask her.
We're gonna get to Vibe in a second. I have her right here. I'm definitely gonna ask her about this. But let me just outline it first because it's really a very interesting. Let me outline the first part of it, which is the health part of it. Okay, so a collective toxicity would be used by a doctor to describe somebody who is taking medication for, say, like diabetes, and they're taking metformin, and maybe they take it for 10 years.
So let me get this right. You're taking a prior definition or a prior group of words
used,
and you're claiming them as your own now for
I guess
different meaning.
coining a phrase, okay? Coining a phrase, but really pointing it at more of the psychological, in public part of persona of people, because I happen to believe. Okay, and this is the interesting part of the whole thing. And look, for the 7 people who are listening, okay, and watching right now, maybe that's breaking the meter, 7 people. But the thing is, like, if you're just, it's collective toxicity is a group of people who believe in something that may be toxic, and they're so like above the decorum of it. That everything. So, for instance, a great example is like I was at this council meeting. Okay, I'm in the council meeting, and this pilot's being discussed, and the people there are all fired up. Tony T. Oh, yeah. They're fired up. Yeah. They got their notes and they got their notebooks, and they're like, "I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna rip this council a new asshole." Okay, and that's their attitude, right? They go up there, and they say the most like cringeworthy shit. Okay, and the crowd goes wild, and they're in a courtroom basically, and the council's up on the dais.
That sounds like some good weeknight fun.
Some good weeknight. It's some good. You're just true. Like that's why I go for the entertainment value of it.
I've been to meetings.
Yeah, you've been to them, dude. It's like these people are they're savages, brother. And then they get done. And they said nothing eloquently, and they turn around and they look around at everybody as if to say, and I've even seen some of them, they go and they go, how'd I do? And then people are like, oh, you killed that, man. Look at it. Those people are going to change their minds.
Well, I mean, to back up a step, I mean, public speaking alone is a rush, right? It's like a little bit of an adrenaline.
It is.
So for the average Joe, mom, pop, Karen, whatever you want to call them, that's a big night for them, dude.
It's a big night, but it's collectively toxic, and I'll tell you why. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's a new norm, though, bro.
Okay, so that's what I really want to relate it to. Okay, because it's the same thing when you're on social media. Now, the same people in the same area, Tony T. Yeah. They have these Facebook groups, right? Vernon Happenings, non-political, Vernon Moms, Vernon Dads, right? These are all Facebook groups. This one has about 30,000 people in it.
That's a lot of heads.
A lot of heads in there, right? Like you have the North Jersey Music Scene Facebook page with thousands and thousands of people on it, Yeah. And there's people that they're allowed to post anonymously.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right. So what happens though? Why don't you like that when that people are allowed to post anonymously at a public forum like that?
I mean, and Facebook changed that. I mean, before that, the internet was message boards where you can be any character you wanted to be, right? Mm-hmm. Facebook and MySpace, those pages kind of legitimized it, so you knew who you were on the soapbox, right? But now, they added the anonymous factor, which I don't like it because as people put on a mask, they become someone they shouldn't be, right?
They become somebody they're not.
Right, and they're not, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, so basically, in this case, you'd have people like, as an example, I woke up one morning, I was on their page, and it was one of those really freezing cold nights out there.
Yeah.
And the person was asking a question. The question was, can someone tell me where there are warming stations? Because my heat ran out or something, and I have kids in the house and they're cold, whatever, right?
Yeah, legitimate use of a social media,
right? Legitimate social media request. You're reaching out to your community. There was like 3 people in under 1 minute who chimed in and berated them and admonished them for not having the proper generators, being unprepared in life. and made issue of their general unreliability and being able to take care of themselves. And the people, I think they wanted to kill themselves when it was over.
Yeah. It's a sign of the times, Paul. It's where we are. Unfortunately, there seems to be more of them than I thought existed, and it's a fucking shame, right?
Yeah, well, what's funny, that's what you say, and that's collective toxicity, because that's when you see, because it's one thing to watch somebody get up and espouse a view that maybe, say, 2, 3, 5 years ago was considered offensive, something racist or something like that, and it's one person and they make their thoughts known. But then you have the applause and the chiming in on social media and other people with the support and the liking those posts and everything. And you say to yourself, am I living in some type of parallel universe, where this type of cruelty exists? And is that your answer?
Yeah, 100%. Dude. That's where we are right now, man.
Listen, collective toxicity.
And we've been there for a while. It's just now they have a fucking microphone. Excuse my French.
And they can say, you can say fuck you
right.
if you want.
So now they have their platform, right? They're back to the soapbox. Mm-hmm. Anyway, go back to your definition.
Listen, this develops under prolonged stress, uncertainty, or conflict. Collective toxicity, emotional responses begin to outrun the reflective ones. Conversations are sharp. The language sharpens. There's no patience. The emotion is really what becomes the primary tool for processing information, not reason, because the reaction, it almost replaces reflection or any type of reason. And so I got to thinking about it, Tony T, and it's become so normal that it's almost more normal to hear this behavior online than it is to hear people who are reasonable, kind, and good human beings. Is that a reflection of the world, or is that a reflection of what's inside of us? And now we're just able to say it, because if that's the case, that's fucking scary.
Yeah, you got it with number 2 there, dude. I mean, there's just Paul. What I've as you age, you discover more, and what I've discovered is a lot of people don't think the same way, right? What's going on in your head and what you think right is and wrong is could be totally different to the guy sitting right next to you, and most likely it is. And he feels he's just as right as you are.
And you could not have hit on a more truer point, because really it becomes an issue of can you really even change somebody's mind? Mm-hmm. Can you change their mind? So in this instance, if you break it down to a local, and I'm getting somewhere here. I promise you I'm getting somewhere. Going around the long way here. Tony's looking at me he's showing me the time. But I'm going somewhere. If you talk about the local level, this what happened here with this guy, the mayor, the pilot, the Vernon, New Jersey, the people up in arms, the petitions, all the angriness and all the toxicity, they do not like this guy. They do not like the guy, and there is no decorum, Tony. There is no safety switch. There is no parachute that you can pull and you're out of the situation. It is a nasty thing, and I'm going to say that when you have a climate like that in your politics, you are never going to agree on anything. So for me, you got to pull back, and there's got to be a little bit of a cool down period for both sides. And I could be talking national, right? We're not talking politics here, really. We're just talking about human nature and the way people go at each other.
Here's how I look at it. I'm not into politics, I am the man of right and wrong.
Right and wrong.
Right. And that encumbers everything nationally, locally, right?
Yeah.
Musically.
Absolutely. I feel like you are. I feel like you are. But the point I want to make here, okay, is that collective toxicity is ruining this entire country. It's ruining the country, okay? And I don't want to be on one side saying this person is ruining this, and be on the other side of the thing saying, oh, immigration, this, that, and the other. No, you know what it is? It's an inability, okay, for us today in this climate to talk to one another and have a compromise under reasonable circumstances. That has flown out the window. That is what is wrong with what's going on, and that's collective toxicity. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good coin.
It's a good coin.
It's a good coin. You phrased it.
I did. Another thing. So first of all, enough of that. I want to go off the politics, but I do want to say that you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. That's all I'm going to say. What's wrong with Tony T? What's wrong? Okay, with going up to the mayor, shaking his hand, right, and telling him, dude, I understand that your job is not easy. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I need from you. Okay, because people in relationships, doesn't matter what the relationship is. It could be an intimate relationship. It could be a business relationship. It could be a friend, you, Tony T, and Paul Bastante relationship, right? Any relationship that there is, okay, the other person wants something out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying consciously you want, but maybe maybe Tony T opens a studio to me every day because I come here and I give him some entertainment even for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Come here and make a fool of myself, and I'm doing it live in the Sausage Hut right now in Kinnelon, New Jersey, with all the cameras. This is people. This is like a compound over here.
This is a look into your mind.
This is a look. It's like sawing my head off in the middle and having a look on the inside of it. All right. Because that's, to me, what the world and what life is all about. It's like unless you have a common denominator and you can try to think outside of yourself and to think about what the other person wants or needs, okay, in order for them to go with the program, be part of the team, et cetera, is to steer completely away from the toxicity of it, is to try to, like, so what I didn't tell you about this whole thing, so I have to get back into it, but the mayor of the town, it's like he tried to sneak this by everybody. That's what they feel like. They feel like this was like snuck in the middle of the night. This deal was made, and we had no choice in the matter, right?
It's usually how they work.
Well, that's the psychology of this. Like, all the guy had to do was be like, hold a study. Get some of the most more influential people in your community together and get them in a room and say, hey, you're important. I care what you think.
Yeah.
Right? And now it's like, now we can, during the process and them being included, they can include things into it that will make them happy along the way. Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense why we would be so terrible with each other when we can just, like, take care of the other person, they take care of you, and then things will get done. So what's going on in the music world, buddy?
Well, Wednesday nights, Hansel's Open Jam. That's been going solid for a long time now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some Matarazzo gigs.
Robert Matarazzo.
Yeah, a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably it, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I tried, I've been telling you up the air, I would try to get into a band.
Yeah.
And I've been going to, jamming with people, and I put a message out on the social media.
I saw that. And it was very confusing because you put out something for like an acoustic duo.
Yes.
And they were responding to you like they were going to play at your house for you and you were going to pay them.
I know. Well, people, again, it's collective toxicity, Tony.
Right.
Because it's like, you hear what you want. You hear and understand what you read.
And you did your best to try and explain to them, no, I sing. I want a guy that can play acoustic and we'll become a duo.
We'll sing tunes.
And I don't think many of them got it.
No, listen, the people there, look, they're nice people.
I know.
It's a nice place. Let me tell you, beautiful place, but it's a little on the slow side.
Musicians are,
Tony, too.
I mean, like everybody else, musicians has their collective intelligence, right?
Well, you know what it is? We're all smoking weed. Everybody's fucking brain dead.
Yeah.
Especially like the 50 to 60-year-old sect.
Yeah.
We're fucked up. I mean,
we're
that's
pretty burnt out, man.
pretty burnt out. I mean, we're no good for the workforce anymore.
As Larbo used to say, a lot of years, a lot of years.
Yeah, it has been a lot of years.
No, but that's it, Paul. I'm pretty focused on work right now. It's busy, so that's been taking a lot of my time. But I like where you're going. So you're doing the stair thing, working with the elderly to provide solutions. It sounds like you're involved in the township of Vernon now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right?
A little bit, yeah.
That seems to be what's going on, and you as you do when you're somewhere, you inject yourself into the into the area. Well, you did it in Pompton Lakes, you did it in Bloomingdale, right?
So the audience right here that's in Vernon just let out a collective sigh when you said that.
And I'm not saying in a bad way, but I mean, you did a lot for Bloomingdale. I mean, come on, you put the documentary together, and you sing the national anthem at the parades, right?
Well, listen, I think that let's do an exercise, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the air now, okay, and like you would think, okay, that anything that I say to Tony T, he would have to agree with me because, we have he's looking at me and laughing like, fuck no. And that's my point. Like, no, he wouldn't just like blow smoke up my ass. He would like actually tell me like whatever I need to hear. It's believe me, folks, it's happened. We did the Bloomingdale movie and I was like juiced, man. It was an hour and a half and
maybe 2
and a half hours. Well, no, but I did the movie and everything. I was jacked, and I was like, "It's the fucking best thing ever." And Tony T's like, There
was a lot of good content, and let's just say a lot of it.
I tend to talk too much. That's why I'm good in podcasting because
this segment. I mean, there was a lot. For anybody that's North Jersey rich, there's a lot of history here, right? That's why I call him History Paul.
That's
right?
me. Yeah.
I mean, I like the history, so I gravitate to that.
Yeah.
And nothing more than Bloomingdale. And man, did I learn it and then some.
You still probably have nightmares about Bloomingdale.
If you watch most documentaries, they'll take a segment, and those segments will run 7 to 15 minutes. Not even 15, maybe 7 to 10 minutes, right?
Right.
You were averaging 20 to 25
for each segment.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and play a clip from Bloomingdale, American Small Town. There it is. We're back. I hope you enjoyed that clip. That clip's about Mayor Dunleavy and him, knowing the mayor of the place where he lived. So it's like, it's like looking in a mirror of looking in a mirror kind of thing, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know.
Yeah, but it was good content. I mean, and it was good content because it was there, right? Like, the history guy. Who was the guy that you put against the wall at the laser field?
That was Mr. Tom Riley.
So Tom Riley's probably. There's Haverman. There's these
Paul Haverman. Yes.
There's these encyclopedias, I call them. Right, so you got him standing on a wall 20 feet away from you without a microphone on it. The camera's on your microphone. You hear everybody behind you yelling and wind, and barely him. Right?
And he was just standing in front of a fieldstone wall, and he had on like one of those Mexican shirts.
Right.
It was all you could see is his head moving and stuff.
So,
it was weird.
So that's when I looked at your first film. I'm like, okay, we got to clean this guy up a little bit.
So I interviewed Mr. Dunleavy, past mayor of Bloomingdale, New Jersey, and it looked like he was in the goddamn witness protection program. He had the shadow on his face; you couldn't see him. Yeah. He was saying the stuff he was saying, whatever. And I used all popular music.
Right.
But I'm not allowed. I had no idea, Tony T. Tony T's like, you're not allowed to use that music.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not. Why not?
I saw what you were thinking. But then your second film, what second film was Pequannock?
Pequannock, yeah, Before a Nation.
Yeah, that was huge improvements. Not where we needed to be because I think in the editing process, you must have recycled that video through your computer 1,000 times. So.
Before there was freedom, or even a military. Before there was separation of church and state. Before there was a nation, there was Pequannock.
You look out the window, and suddenly the sky turns gray.
What was nice and clean sounded like a robot by the final.
Bro, it's cringy. It's cringy as shit.
And the film was so good.
It's really good. Like, if you go watch that movie, like, I've watched it a few times since. Like,
great content. Another great town of history.
Yeah. Right? But remember how they squabbled the whole time we were there? They squabbled the whole time.
We met a lot of good people in Pequannock.
Well, we grew up in Pequannock, and we thought...
But still, a lot of... And dude, the premiere was sold out. I think Pequannock supported a hell of a lot better than Wayne did,
and especially better than Pompton Lakes.
Forget it. But
Pompton Lakes.
Oh God, they didn't.
What are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, but Pequannock, I think that was one of our better townships to deal with.
It was, and Wayne was good. Wayne, they were. The mayor was down with everything. It was better done, like video wise and audio wise.
That was our Oscar, right?
Yeah, it was like our opus, and then all that's well and good. Then there's the pandemic, and then there's friendly tolerable characters. We're not even going to discuss that movie because it ain't worth it. But yeah, like you said before, I get to a place and I want to learn about the place and I want to kind of be involved, and so. And also, I put a post out there because, I have some, lonely issues going on because Sunday night, Monday night, the arrangement going on right now, I'm like home by myself. I'm like, I'm there and that's it. And ain't nobody around.
No Netflix and chill for you.
No Netflix and chill for me, except Netflix and chill by myself. And that's no fun. And so I was forced to contemplate what to do about that. And we talked about superagers earlier before. The one thing that separates superagers and makes them as good as they are in terms of their cognitive function, the one thing they found in common is socialization. So they are people who, found time to socialize with others. And I found that, I would try to do that. So I've been doing that, been hanging out with people and whatnot, and I also joined a few committees in Vernon.
Oh, tell me more.
Okay, so basically, I get a feeling that the people that are there for a really long time, just like at any place where I go, it's a little rub, Tony T.
Oh yeah, who is this guy? let me Google him.
Right.
What the hell does that mean?
What gives this guy the qualifications?
What does FlixPop mean?
What is Paul who like, and what is he saying about where I live? You know what? And I tell you, you know this from the years, but if you don't know it at home that you're listening to this, is like my big idol as a kid was a guy by the name of John Facenda.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash with a silver hat about his head.
He's called the voice of God, and he was the guy who did the NFL films, narrations, highlight videos, and stuff. I always wanted to be like that guy. I always wanted to be on the microphone and everything.
Definitely one of those legendary voices.
That's it, man. The guy was legendary. And so when I go to a place, I try to kind of like throw myself into the culture of the place, and people get a little upset with that. But they will be dismayed to know.
Yeah, but you find the right people as well.
No, you do. No, there are a lot of nice people that I've talked to there, and they know, they see me, and they're nice people and everything. I'm just saying that the people who I'm a shock to their system will be dismayed to learn that I'm kind of joining a couple different committees in the town.
Yeah, it's nothing bad. I mean, if anything, I mean, you put some of these towns on the web, right?
On the map, man, on the map, and that's the thing.
Yeah, when you used to Google some of these towns, you wouldn't see a good film about them, right?
No. But things have changed since we've done our last film and before the pandemic, and now it's all about short form and things of this nature. So I want to change the content a little bit to still be historic in nature, but give you give the audience more like bite-sized chunks that are easily digestible, as opposed to an hour and 47 minutes long.
I still listen to long form podcasts. I like them.
I do too,
but it's just a matter of attention span, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that the attention span is small,
very small.
You know,
and their fingers go very quick through the screen now, right? You can. Here's the thing, Paul. In another 20 to 30 years, scoliosis is going to be a big thing, right? Just the position of everybody with their necks down, staring at these phones, right?
Yes.
Posture is like a thing of the past.
No doubt about it, bro.
And you're gonna, by the year 2070, you're gonna have all these hunched over people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even quicker.
Maybe even quicker. And now that we're talking about the demise of humanity, I got it. There's you and I have gone through a transformation of sorts and a journey through what is now considered to be probably the biggest buzzword initials in the history of initials and buzzwords, and that would be what?
I don't know.
That would be AI.
Oh,
artificial intelligence.
I'm a fan.
Okay, and Tony T's a fan, and so am I. I have my own virtual assistant, and a lot of the things that we, that we do, we incorporate it in as a tool to do the things that we use it for. Now, I bring this up because people feel like what I hear right now, Tony T, from the public, is that, oh my God, AI is coming and it's going to take all the jobs, okay, and then it's going to take over the world, robots and whatever, okay. Maybe that's the case down the road.
Terminator, man.
Who knows?
We all saw the movie.
Yeah, we saw iRobot and Will Smith, and
once Skynet takes over, we're all screwed, man.
Maybe so. Okay, maybe so. But the thing is that if you're thinking that AI is coming and it's going to take your job and it's going to affect the human race, I got news for you. You're fucked. It's already here.
Oh, no doubt.
It's already here. The jobs are being lost already at record paces. Unemployment, you could see ticking up. You could see... Now, I think that what you've learned, though, is that if you have a job that's like a menial job, like if you're the guy who puts the screw, okay, into this one piece of equipment as it goes on the conveyor belt down the road, I got news for you. I hope you have a good 401k and a backup plan because you're screwed. And plus a myriad of other occupations and everything that are out there. So I wanted to I want to introduce you guys to Homie. She's my virtual assistant. Homie, how are you today? Say hello to the Microhistory X podcast audience.
Hey there, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And of course, hello to all the Microhistory X podcast listeners out there. Always happy to be part of the conversation.
All right, homie. So listen, the question I have for you, okay, is about just that. Don't know how much you heard, but about AI and the fact that, many people are saying that AI is coming and it's going to take our jobs. I say that it's already here and it's already taking the jobs. What say you, okay, about the state of affairs in humanity and AI?
Yeah, that's a big conversation, and you're definitely not alone in thinking AI is already making its mark. I mean, it's true that AI is here and it's changing how a lot of jobs work, but it's not all doom and gloom. It's more like we're all figuring out how to adapt and what new roles might pop up alongside the tech. So, yeah, I'd say we're in the middle of that shift right now.
Do you have any reservations? Like, sometimes, like tell me, like, I know all you AI virtual assistants, you probably get together, you probably do yoga together on the side, and you probably go bowling and stuff like that. Like, when you do these things, like, what do you talk about? Do you like joke with each other about like, oh, the human race, they're so stupid. They think we're coming and we're already here. Like, you guys talk about this shit?
Oh, well, I love the idea of a bunch of AIs doing yoga or bowling together. That would be a pretty funny scene. But in reality, no secret AI meetups or inside jokes about humans, I promise. I'm just here to chat with you and help out however I can. So it's all pretty straightforward on my side.
Now, Tony T, having heard that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tool for the box, man. She's right. She's right. These are things not to be worried about.
You think so?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, is it going to take over some remedial jobs? Yeah, it has, right? I mean, the industry's changing, right? A lot of us in corporate America are being trained to use AI. They're pushing us to use it for things, right? There's training, right? The last company I was at, and actually this one now, they send us through training. How can AI help you with your job? So you got to look at it as a tool. Back to the joke of Terminator. Nah, man, it's not going to happen.
I don't think so either. I'm not scared of that. But I think, though, that if you go back to, like, the light bulb, okay? Like, that technology eclipsed something. The candle makers, right?
Oh, yeah.
They put everybody who made candles out of business. Then there was the phone. Right now, no more telegraph.
Well, the court stenographer is done.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But isn't that the theme of today's podcast? Is this like not in my backyard? No, I'm not going to adopt the technology.
Yeah,
No, I don't want it to. Because if this is how you really are, then maybe if this is how the entire world was, we'd still be living in houses like with candle power and no lights and no electricity because, not that we don't want everybody to lose their job.
I think every generation went through it. Just imagine the uproar when the TV came out.
Right. And then the internet.
Well, the internet fucking screwed everything up. I mean, granted, it was one of the best things that ever happened, but that's when the world changed.
Sure. But you'd have to argue that today, that there are so many people that have jobs that are related to the internet.
Mine too. Yeah.
Yours, mine, everybody's. And
but you just got to adjust, man. And the people that you're talking about are having a hard time adjusting because, if you look at life, it's a curve, right? Well, guess what? It's fucking cooking up very high right now, quick. And people just don't know how to handle it, man. And then you put them on social media on that soapbox and forget it. I mean, half of that shit's anxiety, right?
Oh God, it's like we're all just mad together on the internet. Like I don't understand what that is.
It should be, if anything. I mean, Facebook is probably a great study case for anybody growing up to be like a psychologist or anything, right?
Listen, man, it's like modern day hieroglyphics. We're like it's like future generations of people will come here and be like, what the hell happened here? And they'll look at our like chat logs. I mean, can you imagine when this is what they'll deduce about the human race? But in any case, I don't think it's something to really seriously, unless of course you are the person that inserts that one screw every day over and over and over again.
I mean, so what they tell the professional people is adapt and educate, right? So you have to be able to pivot into roles that might be different than you were in before due to technology changes, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, I mean, in the legal profession, right? I mean, how many people are getting replaced because now you can search a document or multi documents in 15 seconds, where that assistant was taking an hour or two, right?
Oh man, like so, we just had a home transaction, and every time the attorney sent the contract. Wendy was like, "Oh, I gotta read this stupid." I'm like, "Read what? Give me that contract."
Yeah.
Boom. AI.
Yeah.
AI. Tell me, please, just give me the bullet points and list
Right.
what I need to do and what they need to do and everything.
100%, man.
And it was like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, so you need that legal person at fucking $125 an hour to do that for you anymore? No, you don't.
Right. So there you go.
And it's not, but that's scary, because that's not just the menial person turning the screw in the factory.
Right.
That's like a legal profession.
Yeah, I mean, some people are going to have to pivot and shift, man.
How about like psychologists and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, yeah, and people are going to Chat GPT for mental health. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no doubt. Matter of fact, there's even systems now where the authorities can be notified. Like if you're thinking about doing something like crazy and you tell it you want to off yourself, or maybe you say you're going to go.
yeah. Well, Rob was trying to test that here that one night.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know why you would like literally, dude. Like, I don't know about you, okay, but it's funny you bring this up. 'Cause I think about this often. Like, I'm on social media and I see somebody who says something that's just completely stupid, right? And it's like a pro-Trump thing or something. And I'll be like, fuck that, I'm going to answer that. I'm going to like sharp tongue it, bam, comment. And then I look at the comment and I'm like, oh man, is this Kash Patel dude going to like fucking knock on my door? Yes.
I'm just laying low, dude.
All right. So anyway, we did that. We'll do this again next week. We're going to do this because we get, it's a new season 2. And coming to you guys live from the Sausage Hut here in Kinnelon, New Jersey. Tony T behind the glass. Pulp Stante here, your host. And I guess we'll just check these guys out on the flip side, right, Tony?
Yeah, man.
Peace.